Y'all, it's Metaphor, back for more to kick the roll, representing everyone's you and I verse. We're going to do a video on Cancer rising, which is cardinal water, initiating, creating new ways of feeling and being emotional, right? But their 12th house, which is Gemini, mutable air, being able to adapt to anyone's way of thinking and communicating in any given circumstance. So the 12th house is dreams, illusions, nightmares, and also your hidden enemies, which is something I didn't mention in the last two videos. But it's something that comes to mind, especially with the Gemini energy. Being mutable, being able to adapt, right? So you want to be wary of these individuals that are able to switch up. These individuals that show you that they're with the dream and they tend to change up on the dream and say, well, there's another way to think about this, and the way I'm thinking about it this way, it kind of tends to be a nightmare, and you tend to be opposite to what I think and communicate and like to adapt to. So when an individual has this switching up energy, is something you want to be wary of, being this Cancer energy, right? So Gemini, being the two-sided sigil, right, is really like a three sides to a circumstance. So if you can come out of your first person, perspective, and be in a third person perspective about it and see, well, okay, this individual was acting this way towards me, and they kind of switched it up a little bit. So this is kind of one of those Gemini energies that you're experiencing with this 12th house in Gemini, right? So also your dreams, illusions, and nightmares, like I say, you can either have a dream about communicating and communicating with certain individuals to attain a certain knowledge and wisdom, but in a mercurial way. So a way of communicating with another individual to gain that knowledge and wisdom, right? So it's a step-by-step process. So your dreams and illusions are kind of our step-by-step. So it's like a Cancer, whenever they're getting to that moody space, they kind of go step-by-step with certain thoughts like, okay, well, this just happened. And then a supporting thing to that thought just happened as well. Like, so to speak, this is an example I'm going to give you. This Cancer rising lives with a roommate, and they put a sticker on the orange juice and says, this is blank's orange juice. Well, this is Cancer rising orange juice, right? And then boom, somebody drinks that orange juice. Okay, maybe it's a mistake. Maybe they just didn't see it. Okay, that's going to be that Gemini thought. You're going to have that first thought about it, right? But also, maybe they did that on purpose to piss me off. You're going to have that underlying thought in the back of your mind. And you know what I mean? Then you have that third person perspective to say, okay, it's just orange juice. Maybe they thought it was their orange juice. Maybe they thought they bought it. Who knows? Maybe they were in that dreamlike world with their thoughts. You see what I'm saying? And then boom. You go back the next day, and nobody touches your orange juice. But think about it the next day. Then you come back and say, okay, I'm not going to drink this orange juice just to see. Are they going to drink this orange juice if I don't drink it? So boom. Then more of your orange juice is gone. You think about, are they doing this on purpose? Happens again. Then this rage is becoming, the small thing is becoming a big thing with this Cancer rising, and then they tend to be moody and around their roommate, and they give them this evil eye. And they're tending to be suspicious about their roommate. And the roommate says, why are you so suspicious about me? And then boom, it comes out in a very moody kind of way. Well, I have my name on my orange juice, and you drank all the orange juice. I didn't drink any of it. It's like you're doing it on purpose to piss me off. Boom. You see what I'm saying? You have those other way of communicating and the way to adapt to a circumstance with, it's very interesting. It's a bit of a tangent, but that's what happens to the Gemini energy. Once you come with those facts and come with those direct conversations, the Gemini energy is a little bit difficult to be accepted. So if you have that Gemini energy prominent in your chart, like everybody has it in their houses, but if it's one of your planets and this, that, and the third, be easy with that directness, because there's ways with that Gemini energy to go around it and also get your point across at the same time. Aquarius kind of knows about this energy. It's a whole other thing. But yeah. So just be wary of individuals switching their communication style and, giving you supporting facts towards this circumstance of why they may be a hidden enemy. So yeah. If you think about with the moon being in your 12th house, right, with this Cancer rising energy, you're going to have a dream, an illusion, a nightmare about the way you feel, and a hidden enemy within your feelings. So you feel this individual is for you, but they actually happen to be a hidden enemy because it's like someone is giving you this energy of, oh, you know, they tended to be so kind and so nice to me up front and everything like that. Behind my back, they're saying different things, and then it ends up coming to the forefront out of a dream or illusion. You see what I'm saying? So you have that certain feeling, and it kind of taps into the circumstances within that. So to say, if you had a dream about it, it may not be this individual in that dream, but a feeling alike to it, and that'll be that moon transiting through that 12th house, and you have that illusion about it in your dream, and you say, oh, this individual may be a hidden enemy, because this, that, and the third, they have done this thing, and then I have a supporting fact behind it, and then the third fact to support that second and first, premonition. So, yeah. It's not always a bad thing, so if you think about it in a happy and good light, so to speak, you have a dream and illusion of night, maybe even a little bit of a nightmare of how good something could go. So to say, like, oh wow, like, are we gonna have enough time to have all the fun we want to have at Cedar Point? Can we ride all the rides? Are we gonna be able to experience everything in one day? That's like a bit of a nightmare about a dreamy circumstance. That's like you're gonna have fun. You're like, oh man, are we gonna get everything, get to get all the dreams accomplished that we set up? And that could be one of those nightmares. And maybe at that dream and illusion in place, you may catch a hidden enemy. You see what I'm saying? So like, you didn't expect to have any obstacles within this beautiful day, but boom, things come up. So yeah, it's like on the way to your dream, you don't want to dream in a messed up way and mess up your dream, like to say, oh, I want to have this, that, and the third on my journey, but, oh, I got to do this, that, and the third to achieve all that. You don't want to think about what's necessary to achieve it. You just want to dream at first and say, this is what I want to have and accomplish, and then boom, once it's necessary to put in the work, then you start putting in the work and brainstorming and things like that. But, make sure you dream first and get all your dream world accomplished, then bring reality into that after the dream is, fully... what's the word I'm looking for? You're fully aware of the dream, but you're like it's your dream is fulfilled, so to speak, and you're in the dream world. So, yeah, that's the ways of looking about it in the 12th house with the moon there, and also this Gemini energy with the moon. So like, you're gonna have thoughts about that dream and illusion and nightmare. So it's gonna be like a thought process consistently. Like your feelings aren't going to be like actually felt, so to speak. You're going to think about your feeling whenever it's transiting through the 12th house with the Gemini energy. So yeah, this is Cancer rising with Gemini in the 12th house. And if you need any readings or anything like that, you can contact me at conscious1347@gmail.com. That's CONSCIOUS 1347@gmail.com. And I'll say it one more time a little bit slower. CONSCIOUS 1347@gmail.com. And you can email for me for any kind of reading. And also, if you just want to learn more about the astrology and things like that, you could do like hour consultation. I do it at an hourly rate if you just want to learn. So yeah, much love. Holla at me, on the comments and also in the email. Peace out, y'all.